Christie.
Hey, Kathy. It's good to see you again.
Oh, you too. It's mid-October, my favorite month of the year. And it's getting a little bit, well, quite a bit chilly here, actually. The leaves are turning.
Oh, that's nice. It's still hot here, but I'll still take you up on that. I'll use my fake fireplace and I'll snuggle and turn on the fake fireplace, turn the air conditioning down and get out some good books.
Yeah, perfect reading weather. Yeah. Well, it's always perfect reading weather.
Yeah.
There's no reading weather that isn't perfect. Yeah, so I really did a lot of reading this summer. I guess maybe in our off season, we both read quite a bit, but I did a ton of reading.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because, it makes you happy.
It does make you happy. Read happy, everybody.
I did do a ton of reading, but I feel like I was just sort of doing a lot of prep for our season. So I didn't really, plus I can't even remember half of the summer. I think because I traveled a lot.
You traveled, yeah.
But I keep dying to hear about all the books because you keep doing these little teasers every time we talk. Oh, what have you read? Because I've read some really good ones. Yeah. And so I was like, all right.
So the good news is I'm thrilled to be reading as much as I am right now. The bad news is a lot of it's because I'm not sleeping very well.
Oh, yeah.
There's that. So I've adopted your habit of reading in the middle of the night. I just never used to do that. But I have a system. If I wake up, my mind starts racing. I just grab my Kindle. I grab my husband made me some reading lenses. So like he measures, from the Kindle. So it's just the optimum. It's like they're like for like, I don't know, 10 inches. You only lay in bed. I have that set of glasses. And
let me ask you about that.
Okay. By the way, are you having a glass of wine today?
Yes, I am. I'm just doing some white as well. Cheers.
That's interesting. We hardly ever do that.
Well, that's how it goes. Yeah. Well, listen, so I get out of bed and sit in a chair because that was, some of the sleep things like, you shouldn't read in bed. Nothing in bed except sleeping.
And other things.
Yeah. Not in my case that often anyway. But anyway, so.
Sorry. I digress.
Yes. When you do read while you're in bed, and if you want to go on the side, the glasses bug you, right? So do they have any kind of like special floating glasses that we can...
Wow, not that I know of, but I arranged my pillow.
Or maybe just one-sided glasses. Like almost.
That's really interesting, Christy. I'll have to look into that. I arrange my pillows so that it doesn't bother me. And so I can do that because I cannot see without my glasses on. That's for sure.
I know. But there are some times where I'm falling asleep while I'm reading. And I'm like, well, maybe I should jump in the bed and keep reading and fall asleep there. But then the glasses, they're always in the way.
That's funny to say that because I do stay in bed. Under my weighted blanket, of course. As we know, I'm obsessed. Oh, there's like the last fly in South Dakota in my face here.
That's what you said the last episode.
I know, but there's a whole house
ago.
here. Christy, your animals down in Florida don't have this impending death. Like our animals, like when it gets cold, like it is right now. Like we've had some freezing evenings where it's gone down. Like the other morning, I got up, it was 29 degrees.
Frost on the pumpkin.
Yep. Every single fly and bee is trying desperately to get into where it's warm. And so they all just try to fly in your house, which I can't stand.
Yes.
Where were we at?
I don't know. I think you're going to start with your books. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do stay in bed to read, but I usually I can feel myself falling back asleep. I'm like crying. I literally just shut the Kindle and take off my glasses, but I end up sleeping with my glasses. And so far, I've been lucky and nothing's been broken. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
anyway.
Easily repaired, right?
Okay. So I just discovered a trend that I grabbed some of the books that I was wanting to tell you about. And quite a few of them have been made into TV series.
Oh, cool.
And the first one is, sorry, it was my sticky note, For You and Only You, by Karin, I think it's Kepnes. This is actually the fourth in her series. It's the first one I've read of hers, and now I'm going back to read the whole series.
Well, tell me what kind of book this is. I haven't heard of it at all.
It's creepy. It is
Oh,
on
really?
Netflix. The series is called You, just YOU.
Okay. All right.
And I've not watched it yet. It is beyond creepy. It is kind of reminds me of Dexter. The series
okay.
Dexter, serial killer, but kind of a likable serial killer.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what this is. This character is one of the most interesting and unique characters I've ever read.
Oh,
He
really?
sticks with you. He is a serial killer. In this one, he goes to Harvard to enroll in a writing program. Prior to that, he was he owned a bookstore.
Okay.
And so it's really interesting about the Harvard, kind of the elite, programming. He falls in love. He finds a girlfriend. He's obviously has this whole second life. It is just so wild and creepy. But you kind of root for him. Like, he's a feminist. Like, he's so offended at, the treatment women have to go through in certain situations. But then he's also just a pretty ravenous killer. It's really, really fun.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like a book I'd like.
I think you would. It's kind of almost dark comedy sometimes. Like, it's it's pretty funny. She's such a great writer. And this character, his name is Joe Goldberg. And he is just beyond creepy, but trying to work on his writing and his relationship with his girlfriend, but also killing people.
All right, that one's on the list.
Yes,
I'm adding
please.
it to
It's
my
so good.
to be read.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back and read her first 3, and then I'm going to start watching the series because I really liked it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I need to have a little glass of wine here.
I'm making you do all the talking.
I know.
I know you have a stack, so I'm
I
ready.
do have a stack. Okay, so number 2, you know this. I love me some Karin Slaughter.
Oh, yes.
And this was my favorite Karin Slaughter I've ever read. I'm not sure how many she's written now. I'm sure she's...
Is that the latest one?
This is the latest one.
I wonder if I've read it. I can't
It
remember.
just came out, I'm going to say early this summer. Mm-hmm. And, I just, you and I have met Karin Slaughter at Thriller Fest. I just admire her. I think she's one of the funniest humans I've ever seen. Like, when she does interviews at Thriller Fest, I could just sit and listen to her. She's so funny.
Absolutely.
This is a Will Trent book. She has 2 different series and then some standalones. Right. And Will Trent is on CBS as a series.
I love that show.
I do,
you
too.
You haven't watched it, or have you? Yeah.
I have. Maybe 2 episodes only.
I'm like, when that whole writer strike, I don't know when it's going to come back, but I just can't wait because I really like it.
Yeah,
I like
do
the
too.
character. I like the actors that play.
I know, the casting is so good. And so, Will Trent
What happens in this one? Because I'm trying to determine in my head if I've read it, because I know I have read a Karin Slaughter in this last summer, but I don't know.
So Will is the investigator for Georgia, I think, Bureau
GBI.
Yes, thank you. And then Sarah Linton, who's his fiance at this point, is a physician, but also does work as a...
okay, no, I don't know this one.
Okay. But she, so she's working in the ER, and she finds a woman who is a victim of a horrific crime, and basically promises this woman as she's dying that she will find out who did this to her. And as she starts doing this investigation, she realizes that there's a connection to an assault she endured while she was in medical school.
Oh, wow.
And so it's incredibly compelling. I literally could not turn pages fast enough.
Karin Slaughter, that's usually what she, her subject matter is about assault and recovery. And
it is.
Yeah. And
I
think
one
it
time,
brings a lot of light to things too. So
she does. And I remember one time I don't know if it was when you and I were together or not, but she was talking and she was saying that she gets a lot of criticism for talking about some really harsh things, rape, all kinds of terrible, terrible crimes. And her comeback is that this happens all the time. So not talking about it doesn't help anybody at all. And so
and she's not really gratuitously graphic is what I was trying to say. No, yeah, but I mean the subject matter is intense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so good. I'm going to add that to my list. And
it's a very good read.
Cross my fingers for Will Trent new episodes.
Yep, that's a really good one. Okay,
great.
You're going to like this one. You and I were at Thriller Fest, and you went to a session that I did not go to, and you came back and you raved about it with J.D. Barker.
Oh, yes.
So I've read 2 books by him this summer. Well, 4 now, actually. But this is his second book, The Fourth Monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Holy Lord, is this good.
Oh, really? I thought it had to be the way he talked and stuff,
my gosh.
but I hadn't. And it was very popular, right?
It was very popular. It's a 3-book series. I'm in a 3rd one right now. And it's a kind of a police procedural, with a serial killer. But look at my notes, Christy. These are my...
Wow.
This is how much
Kathy, you have like stickies all over that book.
Yeah. And so one thing I've been doing this summer, since I'm not sleeping, although that's getting better, I hope. But I buy it 2 places. I really buy it on my Kindle, but I love a hardcover book.
Yes.
And I buy the hardcover book so I can keep my notes in here.
You're inspiring me. I'm going to start keeping better notes. I just read and then, that's why like right now I'm looking back at all the books that I read because I find them, I get them from NetGalley, I get them from Kindle Unlimited, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all these books that I read, and I'm trying to remember them all.
Yeah. It's especially when you do read a lot, it's easy to forget. You think I won't forget this, but I use that note feature on Kindle all the time.
And I just learned about that from Mickey Browning.
Okay. Yeah. Love Mickey Browning.
It was she had a session, and so all of a sudden, at one of our mystery writer meetings, she said, oh yeah, you can do this. And I'm like, even on my old Kindle? And yes, you can. Mm-hmm. But have I figured it out and tried to do it? No, I have not.
Well, I will. I have my Kindle here, actually, right here, and in addition to making a note, then you can send the notes emailed to you. We got to do that. Yeah,
we got to have a whole nother point of view on Kindle usage. I think that would be so good.
Yeah, so good. So
yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to read those books, and I know we have stacks and stacks, so we're going to have to start, I think, putting them on social media so everybody can see what we think are great, because there's just so many books out there. But we do have our GOB Recs for October, and next week, or in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking with Erin Flanagan.
Should I grab the cover so we can show everybody? It's such a pretty cover.
That's all right. That's all right. We saw it last week or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll put it up again. And actually, if you just go on the link and get the book, you'll get to see the cover yourself.
That's right.
And we encourage you to do that and read it with us, because we're going to just have such fun talking with her. And you'll still have time, if you read it quickly before we record, to send in the questions.
It's not a terribly long read.
It's not.
I thought it was a very fast
you turn
read.
Fast. You turn the pages fast.
One of the things that I think increases her pacing so much is that it's different time frames, and so it really does just fly by. Yeah.
So I think you guys will enjoy it, and it's a perfect October book. And Erin Flanagan is great in interviews. I can't wait to talk with her. She's funny.
I can't either. I'm really excited.
Very knowledgeable. So, yes.
Well,
so that's
thanks
great.
for listening to me ramble on about my books.
Oh, we could do another hour of this.
I know. I was like, I still have some right here.
We're trying to do short episodes, but
I know.
Look at how long we're going already, probably. I don't know. All right. Daniel Silva. Quickly tell me.
Okay.
Because I know Daniel Silva. You don't have to tell us about it. It's
my favorite author. But I love this. This is a great, great book. And then I'm reading this right now. It's a nonfiction, The Buddha and the Badass.
Oh.
And I really like it. It's kind of trying to combine, I love my spiritual yogi stuff. And it's trying to combine that with my work as a CEO and, put those together. Yeah. Really good.
Well, All right, I have questions about that too, but nope, we're ending now. You guys get the books. I'm going to get it too.
Happy fall reading, everybody.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Cheers.
Till next time. Cheers.